evening, guys. Welcome to Uniquely You. This is a channel where we're all about life, business, and all things unique. I'm your host, Martin Kibati, here presenting to you our new series. I'm so excited, the Passion to Profit series. And in front of me is a lady called Grace, and she is the proprietor or the owner of a fashion store. I don't want to say clothing store, that's very basic. Fashion store, it's called Amor. So welcome, Grace.
Thank you very much.
This is Uniquely You, and I thought of actually inviting you to my channel. If I say kila mtu ako na channel, so for me I said let me invite you to my channel, and I wanted to find out a few things about you. We can be able to inspire other people to either run a business or do a business, or how do you turn what you're passionate about into a profit. So Amor, who are you first as Grace, and then now how did you come about to get to Amor?
My name is Grace Mureka, 36 years old, mother, wife. I love my children, they come first. Amore means love. Amore, it comes from the initials of my husband and me, Amadi and Moreka. So when we combine the names,
I didn't even know that. Honestly
Amore.
speaking, I didn't know that. Now I know. I know.
Yes. So our journey started many years ago from campus. I was doing Mutumba business when I met my husband. Before we got married, we used to hustle, buy, sell. My husband has very good eye for picking stuff, and the things we buy, the things he picks, they sell very quickly. So my brother-in-law, back in 2014, our biggest customer, who were really pushing, that family member sukumia stock.
Yes.
It's like, you guys, you need to be very serious. This is something you can actually set up and make money. So we registered the business in September of 2014.
2014, so we're in 2020. So you are 6 years.
Yes,
okay.
6 years. We've actually done 6 years. 6 years this month.
Okay.
Yeah, and our first store was opened in 2015 in Nyayo Estate, and early this year, at the onset of COVID, we opened our second store in Kilimani.
Wow.
Yeah.
Second store. Actually, guys, we are in Nyayo Mbakasi right now. So this is the first store, the
mother
baby,
store, the flagship.
The mother store, flagship.
It's called the flagship
So
store.
now there's one in
Kilimani.
In Kilimani.
Just between Sheraton and Chaka Place.
Okay.
Next to Quickmart Chaka.
Okay.
That's where we are.
Okay. Oh, good stuff. So I've now seen how Amor has come to be birthed. It was fun enough. We've been friends for a while, and I've never known that Amor is actually the combination of both your names.
Ah.
Okay. We always assume a lot, so now I know. So for me, I call it a defining moment. These are moments where in your life where you discover that I need to turn something into a profitable venture. Yes, you've been doing and selling things into a hustle and all that. So what was that moment, and what made you think that now I can turn this into a business, a full-fledged business, and run it officially as a business?
Actually, it was that time in 2014 when we registered, when my brother-in-law, who's also a big supporter, said, you guys have to be serious, because what used to happen in the past, we sell, we make money, we do vacations, you go partying, that's the day you chomanyama over the weekend. Yeah. So you really can't account. You're just buying, selling, making money. There's no accountability, there's no order, there's nothing. So actually, if we focus well, we can actually do something. And then I remember the very first time I was in London, we went to a store called Argos. And they had an excellent e-commerce platform. Wow. But before they had the website, they used to have those big encyclopedias. Order online, and then you go to the store for pickup. Yeah. Then that time, there was no Juma in Kenya. I'm like, if I can set up something like that in Kenya, it would actually really pick. But I had the concept, but I didn't have the capability. Yes. And I'm like, now when we did our wedding and we were sourcing for apparel, my husband is tall like you. Again, he's a wide foot like you.
Yes, I've met him. He's a very tall guy.
Him getting stylish things for him and for me, because I'm also a 42, was quite a challenge, and where you can get good stuff in the upmarket arears. It's off your budget. Okay. We're like, why don't we this hustle, maybe focus on styling and accessories, and we see where it goes. Wow. So it came from our wedding. Actually, I can say our wedding was our defining moment, because I had to buy for my relatives outfits. I know. They are sending you. You did my wedding, by the way.
I remember the wedding, and it is a hassle trying to get clothes for people. And I know for me, even when we were doing our wedding, trying to look for clothes for my mom-in-law, for my mom. Sometimes either the sizes don't fit, and I know many people can tell you a lot of things, and I can see you have a very wide stock and all that. So the question I know many people will be asking is, how did you, in terms of finances, do you have them when you were starting, or you as you went along, how did you grow to birth now this into again now getting a second store? Because I know capital is a very major issue for many people. And I don't want you to be like the guy who said, I started my chicken farm with a feather.
No. I'll be very honest. Family and friends really supported me with a startup capital.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot of money because we were selling from their house. So we didn't have expenditure.
Yes, it's true.
So we're not told to be serious. You have to look now for a store space. And then our parents and my husband, he's very supportive. So we got loans from banks. Kidogo, we started. You should see the photos of the first time. One shelf had 4 pairs of shoes. There weren't this many. So what the bank advised me, and I tell every entrepreneur, when you start, even if you have that 10K, open a business account. Because the tractions on the business will determine whether a financial institution will give you money or not.
Yes, it's true.
So for us, we got, like, the structures you have to put in place. You don't have to be very big. You can be small, but in terms of accounting and finances, you have to be very clear.
Exactly.
Record keeping, stock, managing. So as you grow, your banks, like for me, it's banks. It's banks which have really supported me after the initial capital from family and friends.
And that's the thing about Kenyans. We are so afraid of loans. So how have you managed? I mean, people are afraid of loans, and the thing is, what you've said is very good, is actually putting together a structure. Because one thing I've seen about your store, and to be honest, today, as I've told you, is the first time I've gone into your site to look into it. Because I know from last year, but we've been talking about e-commerce. And I'm looking at the site, I'm comparing it with some I've seen abroad. And it's almost similar. Because I know, again, you've actually, to get your things, you have to go out there personally to get them. So yes, you run this business, you have a family, you are a mother, and you're employed. How do you balance? How do you balance, especially your job and balancing with now this store? And especially now you have a second store. How do you balance the two?
As I said earlier, structures are very important. Proper structures. Pick any big brand. Let's talk about Gucci, for instance. Who's the owner of Gucci? He's not at the store.
No, he's not.
So what is making him sell? Global. He's put proper structures in place. His e-commerce is secure. And credibility and integrity in what you advertise is what you sell. Make sure 99% of content that you are advertising is actually your own.
It's your
Historia
own
could
content.
download images. People need to stop. Historia taking images from Amore and cleaning the watermark and saying I'm selling it at half the price. No,
and saying it's yours.
Authenticity from day one is what lacked in the Kenyan market. And for me, what has really kept us is the gap that was in the market. Most people have products, they advertise, but they don't give full information. For us, we got there upfront. This is what is available in the sizes, in this, because a customer needs 3 seconds to make a purchase decision. So if you start DMing me or your site is taking long to load or it's boring, it won't work. And if you have proper systems set in place, you can just operate with your remote, your phone. You don't have to be there.
It's true.
Accounts, sales, you monitor. Even right now with COVID, you're not able to travel. How do you order for stuff? Don't forget, parcel, delivery, and cargo is still essential service. Order online from your suppliers. Send money with Western Union. Tuma mzigo na DHL or with any cargo company. 7 to 30 days your cargo is in Nairobi and business continues. And I encourage all SMEs to really adopt technology to their advantage.
It's true.
Do not fear of them. Do not fear the market. Like, if I put this product, I say it's 15,000, Kenyans will bash me or they will.
Because
no. If you know you're giving the right value, nobody will bash you.
It's true.
Honestly.
From your own heart, actually, if you're honest.
If you're true to yourself, you're like, I'm not expecting this. Guys, I'm giving a fair product at a fair price. With regard to the market. Then you'll not be worried. Those who worry are those who they know
overcharging and trying to con guys.
So
we are many in Kenya in terms of content. But they're talking about COVID. You talked something about COVID, and I remember you opened your flagship store just after the lockdown, when we had the lockdown. So I was like, what made you actually open the second branch? What necessitated you opening up a second branch?
Last year, we did market research. We had introduced a new line to our product, and it was called LNK. And most of the clients who liked that product line, it's a very big brand in the US. We had partnered with them locally. They're like, why don't you open a store in Kilimani? So I did a market research. Our top shoppers who come from those areas, Kilimani, Riverside, Lavington, they're like, Mora, I think if you come, it will be good for you. So we did our market research. It was good. We found location. My Space Properties really helped us with the ideal location, just on the road next to.
I've seen it's very ideal.
Very ideal. So we got a store. We did deco. We We were ready to go, and it was actually starting to pick quite well, because even I realized the clientele that is there, what they want is different from like
what
feedback
is available in
yeah
that
so
area.
they're like, Mora, why don't you bring this, why don't you bring this,
Yeah.
why don't you bring this? So we had a very good plan set going forward for both our stores. Hey, come March. And you remember in Kenya, where was the epicenter? Kilimani. You stay 10 days, no walk-in, and then online, it's like online went
quiet. Yeah, it went quiet for
because everybody didn't know how this thing will
turn out.
Yeah,
it's true.
So, but anyway, e-commerce really, again I said there was still e-commerce for clients who are not like really coming in, because guys were cautious of the malls and touching surfaces. We maximized, we really leveraged on our social media and our website to reach customers, to stay afloat. And as I said, 2020 is not a year of making profits, it's a year of survival. Yeah, let's survive till Christmas.
Get to Christmas, there's no money.
Let's get to Christmas and think of New Year.
Run your business until
hoping
just keep
vaccine
it afloat. Me, I'm not ready for any vaccine. I am sure I'd got COVID at some point na ikaisha.
Tukapona.
But you said something very important, because you mentioned, yes, it was you went through market research for the area, but one of the things that I was asking, how do you market? Because I realized you're very strong on the e-commerce side. It's not that you don't get a lot of physical walk-ins, but you dwell a lot. You've invested heavily on e-commerce. I wanted to ask you how you market, because I've seen you have some Facebook stuff and all here. So how do you market your product, and how do you reach your customers, the one you use most effectively?
Facebook is our most effective tool. The reason why I prefer it above all others, Facebook, they have something called Pixel. And Pixel is something that captures data from all platforms, either from your website, from your Instagram. Hata ukiwa offline bado wana capture. Hata ukidownload picha ndo zime simu, they still capture data. And you know data is king in e-commerce. So for us, if you're running a campaign, like if you go through the lessons, and I'll tell entrepreneurs for free, there's something called Facebook Blueprint. Go through it. It gives lessons on how you can run your business. How I run a retail is different from how I run a hotel, which is different from how you run a pharmacy. So they've really, I joined the program for learning the lessons, the school in 2017, and this is 3 years of education. Yeah, so when you run a campaign, it targets the right audience. You have to know who your audience is, because again, you'll have, like, for example, Martin is my customer. He's 38 years old. He's a middle-income. He resides in Nairobi. He likes browsing online, so it captures that, and which is good, so that your ads don't go to waste. Yes, it's true. Yeah. Wow,
so that's nice. And you know, sometimes, and that's a question I always keep on asking guys, because people are asking, Mato, yes, I'm passionate about something. How do I turn this passion into profit and all that? Most of the times we go to school, and that's the African way. You go to school, nimesomea accounts, so I know for sure I'm going to be an accountant. The question I would ask you is, what you studied in school in line with what you're doing now? Because you're so proficient in terms of the e-commerce, in terms of the business side aspect of it. Is this what you actually studied in school?
No. Actually, my background is finance and banking. Believe you me, I should be in central bank somewhere behind punching in, maybe setting up budget for the country for the new fiscal year. And what I realized, you know, when I was in campus, we were really selling mtumba. Me and my roommate, Missy, if you see this, you remember our scarf business? And as you grow along, and then you apply, you get employed, and even along the course, you're like, yes, I love what I'm doing, but what do I really love doing?
It's true.
School, I'm not refuting school. School is very important. There's some things in business, if you don't have education, basic.
Yes, you're going to fail.
You're going to fail.
You're going to fail.
About read or write or any diploma, finish school. Yeah. You'll be able to know basic accounting for your business, customer service. No, those are things.
It is true. Basics.
Basics of
business, because to run a business, you need some sort of education.
Yeah. Any education. Any education is a plus. And honestly, any education is a plus.
It's true.
Then you'll be able to stand out. Usikue unachoma samaki. Martin ukiwa nasari unachoma samaki. Martin bado 30 years later bado unachoma samaki. The same spot, the same place. You've not grown. Yeah. And school, the value it adds, it makes you grow.
It's
and
true.
Even if, let's say, mimi Mora sijaenda shule sijasoma, you recruit the right people who've gone to school, so that
they
make right employ the talent. If you're not there, that's another thing of how, when you ask like how you're able to manage stores and you are away. When you have the right people for you, because for us, we are a family, and they know. And one is here. Maureen, come say hi, come wave.
Come and just wave, Maureen.
Maureen is our sister.
Utoe mkono tu, fanya tu hello na ukimbie. Usijali makeup. Here we are authentic and unique.
Hi.
Hi.
That is Maureen.
That is Maureen. We are a team of 10. The rest are not here. We operate on a shift system to manage COVID and social distancing. So treat employees family. For me, my employees come first, not customers.
It's true. That is actually the best thing ever.
Yeah, for me, that they're family. If you watch Queen of South, you know, La Familia. This is they are my family.
And actually, it's true because without your employees, and I like the lessons I also get from Richard Branson, because this guy said, just treat your employees well, and your customers will be happy. Treat them badly, the same way. You can't expect. You can have the most expensive of products, but if your employees are not happy, you are doing zero work completely. So, but always look at the business aspect. And you said something very important in terms of going to school and learning and all that. It's not what you did in school, what you're doing right now, but you're applying some sort of knowledge there.
Yes.
And the thing we always keep on saying on this vlog is, let's invest in a lifetime of learning. Why? Because right now you're doing the lessons with Facebook all along.
Yes, then
they're teaching you even blogging. Actually, today, if I had not done this, she will be doing it herself. You see. So you do plus vlogging for your own, so you have that e-commerce, you have Facebook and all that. So when you look at the highs and lows of your business, because you're in the fashion industry, and you get a lot of people telling you, oh, let I do this, do that. So do you have high and low seasons? And how do you manage to leverage on the high season so that you can be able to survive on your low seasons? What are your high and low seasons actually for this kind of business?
You know, for online is tricky because our graph is like, it's like flat, but for the only time we have high seasons are during graduations, because that's when people will shop for new outfits, graduations and weddings. But then again, they vary. Like you're in the industry, like August. On normal days, August and April and December, events are mingi, so orders
people are buying.
Orders iko nyingi. Yes. But now with time, the graph is changing. And you have to adapt to what people want. Nowadays, people are getting married in Christmas.
It is true.
Yeah, so you
even
have
during
to,
the week.
During
the week, Wednesday there's a wedding. You know.
It's for us. It's adaptation, really adaptation, and at times there are some things which are really beyond our control. Yeah. For example, like I remember the re-election, the election that was done.
Yes,
we voted
2017.
Twice. Yeah. Was it 2017?
It was 2017 period. It was crazy. I remember because.
Yeah. Well, so now that one really, because there's a lot of uncertainty.
Yeah.
So those are the things which really affect. And then, I mean, Kenya being a developing nation, us, we adapt to every day. If today people's bags are really moving, we will capitalize on that.
And that's the funny thing about business, because you're in the fashion industry, I'm in the events industry, I'm in the training industry, education, and all of this has been affected by COVID. We have all been affected by COVID. Right now, if events are not happening, I asked someone the other day, when is the last time you bought a shirt? Actually, I remember my last launch I bought a shirt here and shoes. I'm wearing them tomorrow for a function for the second time. Yeah. And I'm like, we don't invest because most of our businesses are correlated. Looking at that, what are the challenges that you've got in this business? And what is the biggest challenge, especially during this COVID period? What are the challenges that you've actually gotten right now?
For me, first, many challenges. One, restructuring debt. Don't forget business is funded, business loans. In fact, the other day, one of my banks, moratorium iliisha. Napigo namba mora, by the way, you have a minimum due. I'm like, I thought, no. 3 months is over. So that's one challenge. And then supplies. Like there are some countries where we source our products from. Like India, for instance, right now, we get some custom-made more products from India. India is still on lockdown. Factories are closed. Utatoa vitu wapi?
It's true.
Hakuna. And then fine, there's some things we get from Kenya because we also buy Kenya brand. But not everything, like for me, comparative advantage. Yeah. Every country that is good, whatever they're good at, is what you get from.
You get from them.
So, sasa hiyo country ikiwekwa full lockdown, hauna stock.
It's true.
Customer anakuja napata duka iko empty.
You see the same thing I saw last week. Are you closing down?
Are you closing down? Is this a showroom?
Hiyo ndo swali kila mtu anatuuliza, wewe umeshafunga?
Hauna pesa? ya kuleta hiyo stock, na hata huko hivyo bado kwenye wanaweza kupea na deni wamefunga. That's one thing. And then something else, my suppliers have been very nice. They've been giving me, extending the credit. Accommodative. And because hata wanaumia.
It's true.
Anatumia stock, anakwambia mora nilipe tu pole pole. Yeah, so that's how I think we've really survived. And no time even came, we closed Kilimani for a few weeks. So that we can consolidate stock in one store. Yeah. But then again, when it started picking, we reopened.
You reopened. Which is a good thing. But also, I know everything, even if you're talking about challenges, what are the highest moments you've gotten in this business? What are your highs that also, because you need those high moments to drive your biashara, because you're not always having the low moments, you always have those high moments. Which is one of the highest moments you've had in this business?
I think opening Kilimani. You know, they say Kilimani is the epitome of retail. Because, I mean, if you can't afford to go to a big mall, if you have a space in Kilimani,
just
for me, that opening, and we combined it with our 5th year anniversary, because last year we hadn't celebrated it. For me, it was a blessing.
Oh, nice,
and
nice.
I really thank God for that. That one was good. And of course, any positive review, especially from anyone who buys from, any positive review, honest criticism, it is an high for me every day. I mean, that's why I'm here.
And that's one thing we don't do. We don't accept criticism in our business. When someone talks about your product, unasema aki Kenyans wana wivu, it doesn't matter. If you know your product and you know what you're aiming at, you will always excel. So for me, actually just saying, because today when I was looking at your e-commerce site and I'm like, wow, this is like H&M. It actually looked like H&M and another one I know from somewhere. So I'm like, okay, you've gotten to that place and Kenyans are yet to adapt, because one of the things I think people are trying to do right now during this COVID season, everything is going digital. Now the beauty of it is you had already adapted that way before. So when people are just playing now catch up. So for now, when you're looking at this budding entrepreneur, someone who's going into the fashion industry or wants to just be an entrepreneur and open a business, what advice would you have for them?
Number one, do what you love. You'll never work a day in your life. It's not a quote. It's for real.
It's a real.
Unless utachoka.
It's true.
That's one. And then something else, you'll not make money. I've not broken even.
Yeah.
We fight with my husband every day when it comes to budgeting. I'm like, no, you won't. Your time will come, but don't be in a rush to make quick money. It doesn't come easily. You'll sacrifice. You'll go back to your pocket. You'll sell your car. You'll sell your microwave, and then you'll buy another one with your sales. That's something else. And then patience. And most people, I realized, especially the startups, hawananga marketing budget.
We don't have a budget and we don't have patience.
Sana marketing budget. It's like you're a handsome man winking at a woman in darkness.
In the darkness.
How will she see?
You're the one who knows
you're
what
the one who knows
I
you're
love
winking,
that quote.
but she doesn't know. So it is important, let people see your wink in public, and you'll be surprised at how many will smile back, how many will hug you, and how many will,
Yes.
So
I know, it's true. So, by the way, and that's a very important thing. I love that quote. I always put it on my FB that, doing business without marketing is winking at a girl in the dark. Only you know what you're doing, no one else.
No one else, true.
So for me, I just thought, even just to start this Passion2Profit series, I didn't want to go and look for people who are so famous. They already have a platform. Let me tell you, there are people, mashinani guys, who are doing biashara. I'm not a millionaire, but I am earning a living. I am comfortable. And in one of my vlogs, I talked about success. I said success is what you make it. Success is not what someone else defines for you. So even for me, I would like to ask you today, even as I close, what is success to you?
Success. I'm passionate about recruiting. SDG goals.
Yes.
5 and 6. Is it 5 and 6 or 5 and 8?
5 and 8.
1, fair wage. Fair wage. When I apply, for example, when I have a vacancy and I advertise and I see the amount of applications that come in, and you only need one person.
You only need one person.
Many, and then you have to send the other girls away.
You feel bad.
It feels,
something you feel,
knowing where you've come from,
Yeah.
and having in mind maybe that's the place where they are, and you really want to shift that. So for me, that's the reason why I wake up every day for Amor to grow, and the reason why I try my best to run it into a profitable organization. So that's when you grow, you recruit more people, and you're hitting that. And then, of course, that employment and a clean working environment, a safe working environment. And then again, when you treat your employees like your family, when you provide what your family would provide for you, I mean, within your means, that's what I live for. Awesome. Basically, awesome. I live for.
Awesome.
Because for me, really profits and you need they won't excite me as much as compared to what the brand is doing for the community.
Yeah.
And I'm glad for the brand. What I'm really happy with regard to the brand is I remember during COVID when sales had really slowed down.
Yeah.
These border guys who really do our deliveries, they're like, hey, hakuna job, hakuna any. Paka unasikilia mtu.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want to ever go back to be asked, hakuna job. Hapana. As in job nyingi umechoka mali unalala nataka mgongo ikuume.
It's true.
Because job iko
imejaa.
Yeah. And that's the only way Kenya I think will grow. Because I believe the little I do, and somebody else will lift us all up.
Yeah. Thank you very much. There you have it, guys. I mean, success is what you make of it. Most of us think success is what people define for you. And it's not about FOMO. It's not about the fear of missing out. It's not about society pushing you to do things. Do what you're passionate about. She said, do what you love and you'll never have to work a day in your life, which is a very important quotation. So for me, I'd like Maura to tell us, where can we find her business? How can you reach to her? And guys, please go to the page and just like Amor. It's
Boutique
Amor?
Kenya.
Boutique
But it's not
Kenya.
Amore. We have
Amor,
160,000 followers.
Okay, for me, I'm not a French guy. Is it Amor, Amore? I'm a Kikuyu, so where I come from, I don't know. Maybe I have a sly in my tongue. Because I've seen the website, it's amore.co.ke. I mean, they have awesome things, guys. Please just go and check out the site. Go and check it out, and you love the product. They are here. Where can we find you?
We're in Nyayo Estate, Embakasi at Get Deep. There's a shopping center, and Kilimani. Saked, next to Quickmart Chaka.
There you have it, guys. So thank you very much for being here with me. Have a great evening and have a blessed evening. And this is Uniquely You, the channel where we're all about life, business, and all things unique. Have a good night.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.